Obviously, every loss is tough, but how much tougher is this one given the way Steph?
Yeah, I mean, they're all tough. But when you make 24 threes, Steph makes 12 of them, you should win the game. And obviously, couldn't stop them. They made 20 threes themselves. And I mean, it was a great game. It was a wild game. And we're just not closing games. I think we're 5-9 now in clutch games. We're not closing close games down the stretch, and we've got to find a way to do that.
What went wrong defensively there after you guys go up, I think early in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we went up 10, and then I think they scored 10 straight or 8 straight. And it felt like we weren't getting back in transition off of our misses, and they got downhill. This team has a lot of guys who can attack, and they draw help, and they, those 2 threes from Jeremy Grant were big shots, and they flipped the game back in their direction.
Draymond had 8 turnovers. He had some other really solid stat lines, but what did you think of his game overall?
Well, his energy is amazing for us, and he plays so hard, and he's just got to find a way to walk that line. I mean, he's an incredible player, and we'd be big trouble without him. But he's got to have 3 turnovers instead of 8. It just is what it is. And a lot of them he was just in a rush. He's got to just find a way to slow down a little bit, keep the game under control, because that obviously impacts our defense. We gave up 24 points off turnovers. And so we got to find a way to connect the game. That's my job. I'm not doing my job well this year. We're 13-14. We have enough talent to be much better. We're losing all these close games. So I got to find a way to help these guys.
You mentioned the close game part a couple times. In your experience, is that more execution, or is that a mindset that a team has?
They go hand in hand. If you execute well, you're disciplined. That's the mindset that you need to have, and you gain confidence from that. And we haven't built that late game execution / confidence to this point.
Is this starting lineup the one that started tonight? Is this a group you're going to give some runway to?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly, it's we've had so many guys in and out of the lineup. We'll see if we can, stay healthy, then, maybe this is the way we go. But we would like to build some consistency. We just haven't been able to this point.
As far as Jimmy goes, what are you seeing from him right now?
Well, yeah, I got to find a way to get him more into the groove of the game, 11 shots. I mean, I don't know. I don't really consider, Jimmy's game to be dependent on how many shots he gets, but we do need his scoring. We do need his playmaking. I thought we did a better job last year of putting in position to attack and create shots for people. And we need to get back to that type of control of the game where, we're going to him in the half court, especially when Steph's out, going to him in the half court, taking care of the ball, turning the other team over, controlling the game. And we're not there. We've had a few moments during the season, but we're not able to consistently put the ball in Jimmy's hands and let him control games like we did at the end of last year.
What are you seeing with regards to that? Like, why not?
Well, I think we're a little bit more in our random flow, and I think we need to be more particular with getting to some sets where we know we can get him the ball. And there have been times over the last week where, I think the Minnesota game, he went like 4 straight possessions without touching the ball when Steph was not on the floor. And that's on me. But it's also on our players to understand. I mean, I can't call a play every time, nor do I want to. And so we have to find a way in collaboration as a staff, players, to make sure we're playing through Jimmy and getting the game under control. I mean, you saw it tonight. It was just a track meet, and that team is way more athletic than we are. And they've beaten us all 3 times because we have not been able to control them in penetration and, turnovers and all that stuff. So we got to find a way to get the game under control.
We were talking about this before the game a little bit, but it obviously is different when Steph and Draymond are back. Do you think guys still fall in a trap all these years later that when he is running as hot as he has the last 2 nights, but they just try to find him and kind of stop doing whatever they're supposed to do?
I'll have to watch the tape. It didn't feel like our turnovers were coming because we were forcing the ball to Steph. I thought most of his shots were, pretty good looks, and the turnovers that we had weren't from like chasing after Steph. It was more just carelessness with the ball.